rough looks. You got the so-called Negro, Latino, Native American. You got some of them out there that just look so rough. As soon as you see them, you just see them like, man, that dude put to death the whole block. They just got them looks. Yeah, I got to go on the other side of the street, man. I might have to do something to him just to get by. You know what I'm saying? Jake just got them looks, man. And then like with me, I know Jake's man in them neighborhoods, man, that look so rough. If they come out of the neighborhood, it's like, man, what you doing over here? I just give you an example. Like if they go to the mall, they been in the hood so long and look so rough, you like, man, what you doing at the mall? But I know, you know what I'm saying, Jake get out, but I'm just saying, people in the mall will be threatened by him just because he just, I'm just coming up and giving people be threatened by him. That's why them Edomites, man, if you at these stores, these grocery stores, and they see Jake coming, why you think they lock the door? Because the way Jake looks, man, they look aggressive and mean, man.
Don't let him have a beard.
Don't let him have a beard, oh, man. Man, what? They see that strength, oh, it's over with. They don't even want you around, they be shaking while they talk to you. I remember, I ain't even going to it. Go ahead, bro.
It says, fear them not, neither be dismayed at their looks.
Yeah, neither be dismayed at their looks, man. So he talking about their appearance on how they look, man. Jason's hard-headed and stiff-necked, okay? Hey, some Jakes that's a little rough, man. That's just what it is, man. And some Jakes you can talk to, and they'll be like, nah, man, it ain't like that.
Yeah.
And you got some Jakes that look so rough, they can't even, you know what I'm saying? They just the way they look, but they can't even throw a tomato up against the wall and bust it. They're just the way they look.
That's true, right?
A stump on grape with spiked shoes on. That's just the way Jake is, man. They can't even bust a grape with spiked shoes on, man. With cleats on. Yeah, that's the way Jake looks, man. Yeah. Go ahead.
Though they be a rebellious house.
But when it comes to this word, that's how Jake is, man. They're rebellious, man. They're hard-headed, okay? They're mean muggy, man. Okay? When it comes to this word, man. They don't want to deal with it. Go ahead.
Moreover, he said unto me, Son of man, all my words that I shall speak unto thee, receive in thy heart, and hear with thine ears.
Receive in thy mind, man. Receive in thy mind, man. That you may go prophesy to teach Israel and tell them, man, what type of time it is, man. Go ahead.
And go get thee to them of the captivity unto the children of thy people, and speak unto them, and tell them.
All right, give me Isaiah 5:13.
Thus said.
All right, hold what you got. He said, go speak to my people, them of the captivity. Why? Why? Why go to them that's in the captivity? Why? Let's find out. Isaiah 5:13.
This is Isaiah chapter 5, verse 13. Therefore my people are gone into captivity, because they have no knowledge.
What?
They have no knowledge.
Go ahead.
And their honorable men are famished.
The reason why they famished is because they don't have no knowledge. The men that you honor in this society, they don't have no knowledge, man. Go ahead.
And their multitude dried up with thirst.
Dried up with thirst. What would quench your thirst? The word. Water. Living water. So the men that they honor in this society ain't got it. So the Most High waking men up to go teach the Israelites that's in captivity, they go like those Native Americans because what? They have no knowledge. And the minute they honor, it dried up. They ain't got it, man. They ain't got the living water that's in them, man. They ain't got the living water in them, man, which is the word, man. Okay? That's it on that. Go back.
This is Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 11. And go get thee to them of the captivity unto the children of thy people, and speak unto them, and tell them, thus said the Lord power, whether thy will hear, or whether they will forbear.
Now, when you look up that word forbear, it basically means to, like, stop what you're doing, in other words. To stop what you're doing and endure. So, whether Israel stop what they're doing and come back to the Heavenly Father and His Son or not, you still go out there and teach, man. Whether they forsake their wicked ways or not, you still go out there and teach. Okay? And we ain't gonna be in this captivity forever, man. Okay? The Heavenly Father and His Son gonna get us out of this, man. Give me Ezekiel 39 and 21. You looking up that word, bro? Well, what you looking up? This one. Oh, okay. We'll show you.
So, I'd almost rather that.
39 and 21. Go ahead, bro.
This is Ezekiel chapter 39, verse 21. And I will set my glory among the heathen.
What is His glory? The Israelites, His honor. Go ahead.
And all the heathen shall see my judgment that I have executed, and my hand that I have laid upon them.
Who is it them? Israelites. All these heathens see the condition that the Negro Latinos and Native Americans are in. And how did they get like that? It was the judgment of the Heavenly Father. Go ahead.
So the house of Israel shall know that I am Yahawah by SHAM YAHAWASHI, their power.
So how do they know? We telling them. Okay? We the Heavenly Father and His Son mouthpiece. We telling them according to the Scripture why they in the condition. Okay? And we know why they in the condition. They don't have no knowledge. So what we're doing is bringing them back to the knowledge of who? The Heavenly Father and His Son, and letting them know why they're in this condition. And it's a way out. It's a solution. We're going to have to separate. There's going to be a separation, man. That's a solution, man. And the Heavenly Father and His Son, and the Heavenly Father going to send His Son, YAHAWASHI, to get Israel out of this condition, to separate them from these other nations, these heathen. Go ahead.
From that day and forward.
Go ahead.
And the heathen shall know that the house of Israel went into captivity for their iniquity, because they trespassed against me. Therefore hid I my face from them.
So if He hid His face from them, right? If He hid His face from them, right? He hid the knowledge, man. So Israel didn't know the Heavenly Father and His Son. According to knowledge, man. They have a zeal, but not according to knowledge. So He hid His face from them. Go ahead.
And gave them into the hand of their enemies.
So while they was in the hand of their enemies, which they're in the hand of their enemies now, what ways did they learn? The ways of the heathen. That's why I said what it says in Jeremiah 10. Go ahead.
So filled they.
So fail.
So fell they all by the sword.
Yeah. And who blessed was the sword? Esau. How did Israel get taken down and go into captivity? By the sword. And who blessed was the sword? Esau. He took everything and took Israel down by the sword. The Most High used him on the left-hand side. Go ahead.
According to their uncleanness and according to their transgressions have I done unto them, and hid my face from them.
Yeah, that's why Israel went into captivity, because of lack of knowledge. Okay, go ahead.
Therefore, thus said the Lord power, Now will I bring again the captivity of Jacob and have mercy upon the whole house of Israel.
He will restore them again. That's just dealing with the word captivity. He will restore them again. But we ain't gonna be in this condition forever, man. It's hope. Okay? It's a solution. Go ahead.
And will be jealous for my holy name.
Yeah, so the Heavenly Father don't just have one emotion. They say he all love. Hey, he get jealous too. And he get angry. Go ahead.
Verse 26. After that, they have borne their shame and all their trespasses whereby they have trespassed against me. When they dwelt safely in their land, and none made them afraid, when I have brought them again from the people and gathered them out of their enemies' lands, and I'm sanctified in them in the sight of many nations. Verse 28, then shall they know that I am Yahawah, by SHAM YAHAWASHI, their power, which caused them to be led into captivity among the heathen.
See?
But I have gathered them unto their own land, and have left none of them any more there.
See? So the Heavenly Father gonna put us back in that land. So them fake Jews over there don't fit the prophecy. Go ahead.
Verse 29, neither will I hide my face any more from them.
Israel gonna have knowledge. All Israel. Go ahead.
For I have poured out my spirit upon the house of Israel, said the Lord power.
See that? So go back to Ezekiel.
This is Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 12. Then the Spirit took me up, and I heard behind me a voice of a great rushing.
Go back to forbear.
This is
Look up that word forbear. Yeah. Read it again.
This is Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 11. And go get thee to them of the captivity unto the children of thy people, and speak unto them, and tell them, thus said the Lord power, whether they will hear or whether they will forbear.
Yeah, so we're looking up that word forbear, right? And the brother gonna bring it out.
Hebrews 23 and 8. 23:08 means be lacking or idle, cease, in. Strong's H2308, and it means to stop, cease, desist, forego, cease, to be, leave undone.
Yeah. So whether they forbear, what they're talking about, whether they stop what they're doing and come back to the Heavenly Father and His Son, or not, you still go out there and teach, whether they forbear. Okay? So that's basically what they're saying. Whether they cease from what they're doing, you still go out there and teach. So you both got anything else? Alright. So with that, I'd like to give all praises to Yahawah, Bahashem, Yahawashi, Bahashem, Rakaha, Kodash, and double honors to the elder apostle GMS who ruled well. Salute you brothers pushing this word and truth, sincerity, and strength of power, Yahawashi, Yahawashi. So with that, Mawafla Babylon,
Mawafla Babylon,
Mawafla Babylon,
Mawafla Babylon.
and Mawafla 2/3 Shalom. Stay strong and search the scriptures.